it's Leslie and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I am sharing a sort of a planning video today with you of how I am going to plan on documenting my daughter Emma. This is when she turned 4. We had a Build-A-Bear party for her and it was bunny themed. So what I thought of using was I went through my stash. So this is going to be sort of a stash bash, you know, type of a layout. So I went and I got all the very pink things because she was very pink on that day. And I have had this paper stack from Imaginese, for years now, and it's really cute. However, it's pink and white, and that is it. There's no other colors in it. It's a baby stack. However, I am going to be using it for my daughter's 4th birthday. Now, there's lots of bunny themed, little elephant themes, and the bunny theme in this stack will go really well, obviously, with the fact that the party was bunny themed and it was very pink, everything. So I'm going to be using this. This is going to be my title photo. What I thought of, because I've got so many photos, is I'm going to make one 12 by 12 layout, and then the rest I'll do pocket page scrapbooking, and then at the end I'll do one 12 by 12 again. So it's sort of, you know, the pocket pages are bookended by 12 by 12 layouts. So I thought of using this paper as a background paper for this little pink bunny of mine. And obviously I'm going to be doing lots of fussy cutting. You can see those are big to be fussy cut. So there's, I think, 4 of every paper, and cute little elephants. I don't think I'm going to use the elephants though. I might be using for some backing, but you know, layering, but that's about it. So this is going to be a very pink layout, a very pink process. Again, I don't think I'm going to be using any of these. I might be using this little cut out, that little cut apart, because the rest are very baby girl themed, and she's not a baby girl for this layout at least. I have loads of other embellishments that I got from my stash as well. This is a freckled fawn. It was a Studio Calico. I think this is freckled fawn washi. That's just the same color pink. I've got some pink thread as well that I pulled out from my little thread stash, and these pink dots as well, enamel dots. I thought, obviously not the other colors because this is so monochrome. So this is a pink, the pink dots I thought I would use. Also these little pink enamel, the hearts and the dots, the stars. This is a different color pink to what's in the collection. So I don't think I would use it, but I'm going to keep it in there to keep my options open. These are some tabs from Studio Calico that I cut off from another little sheet that I'm going to be using. These little hearts, the pink hearts, I will be using. This is from Freckled Fawn, these epoxy hearts, they're gorgeous. So because this collection is so monochrome, I thought of bringing in 2 other colors, and I thought of bringing in black and gold. So it's going to be pink, white, black and gold. And I'm going to be using those colors. So I'll use that pink and that pink, maybe, we'll see. For the gold aspects, I've got these Mambi stickers, and I thought of using, you know, photos of our family that I have to scrap, all of us together, our story, memories, so on. And these are very, very nice chipboard stickers. And again, to bring in some of the gold that I want to bring into this collection, I have these clear stickers. I do not know where I got them from. They're in my stash, and they're also happy birthday. So I thought this would be cute to just stick randomly on the photos. This is some freckled fawn. Now these are also some clear stickers, and there's this little heart sticker that said adventure awaits, and this little quote as well. So I thought, you know, I could stick it on a photo somewhere. This is from my stash. This was from a very old, thin 12 by 12 sheet that it was like a cut apart, all these birthday sentiments. So this was hip hip hooray. I found that as well. To bring in some more of the black that I want to accent in this collection, these are some Project Life clear acetate pockets, or not pockets, clear acetate pieces that you can put into the pockets. And this is very sweet. It says lovely, what a day, sweet, the camera loves you, smile, what a lovely day, and so on. And all the sentiments that they, you know, hearts, polka dots, arrows, and I thought, you know, I could use this in this collection as well as these Mambi stickers. There's some photos of my daughter and her best friend, so I thought I could use some of the pink elements and some of the black sentiments and elements as well. So another thing from my stash are these little stars that I got the other day from a shop here in Dubai. So I might be using these, the dark pink and the light pink stars as well. So let me get started. As I said, I would do a 12 by 12 layout for the beginning and a 12 by 12 layout for the end, and in the middle I'm going to sandwich in some pocket page scrapping. Okay, so here you'll see that I'm just pulling out some papers from the paper pad, and I decided to use this very light baby pink with a white polka dot for my background, and I'm just going to be trimming my photo down. I like to leave a tiny little white border around my photo just to give it some definition from the background. And I'm going to be fussy cutting that banner out from that piece of paper from the paper pad as well. I was planning on putting that sort of, you know, to the top half of the layout, and I wanted something more on the background, so I decided to take my acrylic white paint. I watered it down a little bit, and I just gently brushed some white brush stroke, brush strokes onto the background paper. And I left that to dry, and then I went to my sewing machine and I stitched around the white brush strokes just to give it sort of a little border. And at that moment I still wanted to use that hip hip hooray as a title for my page. And I'm going to put a lot of things on this page and then take them off in the end, because this was difficult for me. I have to say, being so monochromatic, it was difficult for me not to bring in extra colors. Now, I'm not used to using patterns as much as I did in this layout, because the one thing that I could use, even though I couldn't use the colors or bring in some more colors, I could use the patterns. And I'm not used to using a lot of patterns and a lot of busy layering in my layout. So this was something new for me, and I really like it. You see that I put some tissue paper. I think there's like 4 or 5 layers of tissue paper between those 2 layers. And even though you don't see the bottom layer of paper, the one with the elephants on that I used behind the photo now on the screen, in real life you do see it. So it does pop up quite nicely. Now that yellow bunny, I've kept all these years for when I decide to scrap this event in our lives. And I actually used those little yellow bunnies on the party packs that I gave out to the children at the party. So I've been hoarding them all these years, and I've been wanting to use them on layouts. However, I do glue that down, but I am going to take it off in a bit, and I'm not going to be using it on this layout. As you can see, I did add some yellow enamel dots just to bring in some more of that yellow that the bunny brought in. However, in taking the yellow bunny off, I do take off the yellow enamel dots because it doesn't work in the end for me. So this layout was an adventure for me, I have to say. In the end, I basically just stuck stuff down and left it. And I made this layout also very quickly. It came together it just came together really quickly. I stuck stuff down without really overthinking it. And I actually really enjoyed doing this. Usually I overthink things, and usually I plan forever, and I make life difficult for myself. And this was one of those layouts that I just decided I'm just gonna, my first thought, that pops into my head, I'm just gonna do it. So, and it worked out really well. I love this layout. So I am going to be using some of those little banners, and this is from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, or sticker book from American Crafts. And you'll see that I haven't really dug into the sticker book yet. So I have this whole sticker book at my at my disposal for these next couple of layouts to do with Emma's birthday. So I'm glad I thought about using them, because the colors in the sticker book are perfect. It's all different sort of hues of pinks, all except the hot pink, more pastel-y, muted pinks. However, they do bring in a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green and subtle colors, but the main colors that I'm going to be pulling from this sticker book is obviously the pinks. So there you see, I took off that yellow butterfly, the yellow bunny, and I'm going to be just popping up those little enamel dots as well, because they were just too yellow. And so there you go. I'm bringing in a lot of different shades of pink here. You see that I did use those pink matte enamel dots from Doodlebug. I do end up using them, and I really like them, because it turns out that they are the same pink as that epoxy heart with the gold in. It's the same pink, so it works out really well. And here you see, here I'm literally just, I'm not overthinking it. I'm taking stuff off the sticker sheet and I'm plonking it down, and I'm just layering and layering and layering, and I loved how this turned out. Now, I know some of you aren't going to like this, because this is not my usual style. I usually do a lot of fussy cutting and so on, but I actually really like this. And this almost sort of reminds me of Kat Martin, of her using all of, she's very, her papers are very embellishment rich, also very pattern rich. She loves using different pattern papers. Now, I don't have as many layers in my background or behind my photo as she has, but I love the way I just slap those embellishments on there without a thought. I just, that ends up being my title, Best Day, and it did take a while for me to unpop all those little bits between the letters, but I'm really glad it didn't tear. And the same with the XOXO that I'm going to be placing on the top left-hand corner of my photo now, just to balance out the gold, the loaded gold that's at the bottom of my photo, because I've got the gold in the epoxy heart, the gold in that little sticker from the sticker book and the little hearts, and then obviously the title, Best Day. And I love how the gold pops, and I know I've got issues with my lighting, and it keeps on reflecting, and it reflects in the photo, and obviously it's reflecting in the gold now, but it just gives you an idea of how bright and vibrant this layout really is. So those little plus signs, I just took them off and stuck them down. I didn't overthink things. I just, and I love it. I'm going. There's a sort of freedom that comes along with just taking stuff and sticking them down and not overthinking things. And I really think that this is a way to go sometimes. Sometimes it's best to overthink things and to plan and so on, but other times it's nice just to not think too much about things, hey? So I keep on adding and I keep on adding, and I'm also going to add some more banners to the top bunting banner that I've got going on there. That little sticker, that little grey one, and balances the little bird on the right hand side of my photo pretty nicely, I thought. And it also says hooray, and that sticker I'm sticking down now says throw kindness around like confetti, so it's got a birthday vibe to it. Those banners I also just add to the my bunting at the top, and obviously I had to add the bunny. So that is it for this layout. If you like what you see, please like and leave me a comment. I always love to hear what you guys think, what you guys suggest, or advice you guys have to give. and I always read all the comments and reply to them as soon as I can, or at least I will like your comment, or you know, something like that. So I would love to hear from you. So I am going to be drawing around just a one-lined doodly border around the edge. I didn't do 2 lines like I usually do because I felt that this was a bit more dainty, and I didn't want to messy it up too much or have the border be too dark or take too much away from the outline, or from the page. Outlining my photo as well, and that is it for this layout. As I said, I would love to hear from you guys and what you think. And there I'm just placing a 4. She's 4 years old. So, and that's it for this layout. Bye.